get it and take it back to the house.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake.
The expressway is wide open, and they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
First down here for the offense. Going to the running game. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and we'll get ready to change sides for the second quarter.
The end of the first quarter. With the score, Florida State 21, Clemson 3.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break.
42 Spider. 4.
He's looking to throw. A shot toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David, the offenses. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The Seminoles moving quickly to the line.
You want to change some of this bad luck you've had so far around? Get after the quarterback and get his butt on the ground. Nice job by the defense. This game ain't over. It's still the first half. This is a good start.
Makes the tackle at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15. Seminoles have always been known for explosive, flashy, big plays, but think of guys like Dalvin Cook and the toughness that he ran with. That's on display here.
And then those guys that I think of, too, with Warrick Dunn, where you hand them the football and big plays can happen, and offenses have been built around that for years in Florida State, finding that guy to hand the ball to.
Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires on the move. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. And the Seminoles will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the coverage team surrounding the ball. No chance for the return man to get in there on that one. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. This is hardly the start they dreamed of, down 21-3. But get a touchdown here, and you feel like you're back in it, Jesse. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. Touchdown, Noles! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Oh, he's going to take a chance. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Man, these defenders practice this all week long. It's locating the football with your eyes. Great job being in position, but also, how about getting your head around and locating the ball in the air so you can go up, pick it off for the defense.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. On the option. And he keeps it himself. A good decision there, and it gives this offense a first down. And the Seminoles are in the red zone. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Offense getting set for first down. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Near the 6-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity.
Get set, get set. Ready, go.
On the move. Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down.
On the play.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal.
Come on, set.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Touchdown, Florida State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
35. Clemson. 3.
He's going to bring it out from deep. He stopped there, but a good return coming out of his own end zone gets him to the 28. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. He slings it deep to the left. And he makes the catch inside the 20. Touchdown, Clemson! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone.
And how about the bomb? The long field all the way across the field. Big-time play, big-time throw. Receiver runs underneath it, takes it to the house. Huge play for this offense.
And he tacks on the extra point. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. They'll line up for a second down play. They'll go to the fullback. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 28. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30.
And David, this is where I think you could have excelled. You're a great defensive end. There's other positions you could have played. Fullback, I know, being one of them. How about that guy there picking up the first?
That's a nice job. Don't make this hard. Don't make it overly complex. We've seen the big fellas block all the time. Give him a bone, reward him. Now he'll block harder and he'll block longer in the future.
The Seminoles with the 1st and 10.
42, Spider. 4-2, go.
They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
On second down, he'll fire. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. The Seminoles will hustle for the line. They'll go to the air. Getting some heat. He'll pull it down. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down. He tried to get it on his own.
Well, and you can tell the QB, he drops back and he wants to throw the football. He wants to push it downfield, try to get the first down. Couldn't do it. Nobody was open, couldn't find anybody. Took off to scramble. Great job by the defense reacting to it, getting him on the ground, stopping him short of the first down.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really just how you want to finish the half.
You just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart. You're going to be aggressive with your decision.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Now a first down from the 45-yard line.
Cricket.
He wants to throw. And the quarterback is snowed under. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The first down sack pushes the ball back for this long second down. He's looking to throw. Working on the right. Push down for the tackle. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a rhythm.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. The play action fake. Unleashes one deep. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
And he missed it. No good. hoping to cut into that lead, and they did not. The lead is huge.
Clemson, 10.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Fires on the run. And he's got it inside the 10. They finally get him stopped. Man, oh man, did he almost make a play to end this half, but stopped on a touchdown-saving tackle. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Noles will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. A rather inauspicious start with the kickoff out of bounds and great field position for this offense. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10.
Let's go.
He's looking to throw it. Now adjusting. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Underneath toast the coverage, got it deep downfield. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. He just lost track of where he was on the field. Entire body past the line of scrimmage. Illegal forward pass, and they will back him up. Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And he makes the catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Tiger. And once he got loose, it was all over.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with a big one. And that time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. USC looks like a legit title contender right now. That offense is just having its way. They're up 14 over Oregon. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. To the ground with the back. Oh, that's him grabbing air. And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Moves around to clear up the vision. Slings it downfield. He fires back across the field, and it's intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. His quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
They get to him as he throws. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman in a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. On 3rd and short, they're giving it to the tight end. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the 1st down at the 36. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. Makes the grab. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
It is so difficult to play man coverage nowadays with all the space and spread and speed on the field. One false step, and they make you pay just like they did right there.
Ready?
This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there, forces second down.
Oh, the offense just not able to come up with that. You knew that was going to be a bang-bang play, right? They're taking a shot into the end zone. That's going to have to meet a contested catch on the back end, but he wasn't able to come up with it because of the hit.
The incompletion brings up a second down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Tigers!
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
And with the extra point, they now trail 35-24. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Second down coming up. Movement here from the tight end. They'll run it. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
Well, this defense is on its heels right now, especially trying to stop the run. They're just not being physical enough. They give up another run right there for a first down. Someone's going to have to step up and make a play.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking to move it through the air. He's going to fire to the left. He holds it in, and nobody's close. A massive pickup on that one, and they're in business at the 21.
Well, late in the year, this guy is square in the middle of the Heisman Trophy discussion because of his performance. He throws a nice completion there for a first down, but it's been week in, week out. Big moments. He's led this team to a ton of wins. He is their best player.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
On second down, they'll take to the air. Headed to the end zone. And he's finally forced out of bounds. Another first down, and he has just been running wild on this defense. Looking to throw. Pressure coming. And he can't find his man in the end zone as he was trying to pay off this red zone chance.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He's looking to throw. Dances away to buy time. Oh, he needs to get rid of it. He needs to do something, and he will go down. What a terrible, terrible play and a big loss. 3rd and goal from way back there. They'll turn to the jet sweep to try to convert. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, on that 3rd down, they decided to dial up the jet sweep, see if they could get to the outside. Weren't able to do it, though. Now, the head coach has a decision to make on 4th.
Oh, and he missed it. No good. After the miss, the lead still at 11. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. He's going for it all. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
Second down.
After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
He's looking to throw. Floating away. Got his man. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Coming after him. And the defense gets to the quarterback. He is a menace rushing the passer. Career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
Throws for the tight end. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, the receiver was double covered on that play, and I don't know if the decision by the QB had to do with the pressure. Because he was hurried, he just had to get rid of that faster than he wanted to. He's lucky he didn't come away with an interception there.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the 1st down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Bought a little time, lets it go. Just a short pass to the tight end. Strong, firm tackle.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Dragged down at the 46 after a pickup of 5 and the 1st down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the 1st down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the 1st down marker.
Feeling some heat. They're trying to get to it.
Clemson, 24.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. And they're going to lose yardage there. The defense completely owning the front.
That's a double whammy for the offense. You've got the lead late in the game. You're trying to keep the clock ticking. Not only do you lose yards running the football, but you also went out of bounds, so you stop the clock, essentially helping out the defense.
They're bringing heat. And they get the sack just like that.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
Wants to bring it back. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
And the short completion brings up 2nd down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Setting up the screen. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the 1st down before he's dragged to the ground.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
Caught near the sticks. It's Breeze. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock, that is at a premium for this offense.
The give to the single back. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Palmer.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
1st and 10 from their own 17. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. Trying to get the edge on the jet sweep. What a nifty run there to pick up the 1st down.
Man, this really puts your defense in a bind when you got a quarterback with that much speed. It almost cuts the field in half. I got to play jet sweep on this side. You got to play quarterback on the other side and be extremely disciplined.
Unleashes one. Complete downfield. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
Quickly out to the tight end. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down.
This is so interesting right now watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
Finds a man on the left. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
And this offense is built around this dude. I mean, he is sensational. He's been so fun to watch, like play, pitch, and catch, spread the ball around, complete and total command of the offense. And that's why he's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's got a real chance.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
I think defenses sometimes get frustrated and you want to get blitz happy and because you give up yards. In this day and age, you're going to give up yards. Who cares? This is the area you're going to bow up. Nice job on the first down, stop them. A couple more downs here to stay aggressive.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Back to back sacks. That's the way you respond defensively. Love it. Getting after the quarterback, even though this is running time, running situation on the field, this defense was not fooled. They were ready for the pass. They were studied up. 2 sacks and back-to-back plays.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Seminole. You can see it on the sideline. They've built a comfortable 4th quarter lead, and they know they're going to go 11-0.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line.
325.
He wants to throw. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. That's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off. He takes off and gets a positive gain.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
Quick completion on the out. They are on the move as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 28. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Back to the air one more time. Got it in the middle. It's Breeze. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Okay, ready?
Clemson looking to convert on 4th down.
Here we go.
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got it, and they convert. Tackled, but he has a 1st down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the 1st down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
And he's thrown another interception. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. You can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Turns it loose deep. And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His third interception.
Turnover margin always goes such a long way in deciding who wins the football game. Interception number 3, that is no bueno. Got to take care of the football. Can't keep putting your defense in a bad position, putting them on the field time.
He's going for the big play. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Bringing it back. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Brings up second down.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Running to the left. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. After this, it'll be a wrap. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. One last incompletion, and that'll do it. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. And David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, Dave Pollock, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.